Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Journey of Awakening. My name is David, and I help people heal and awaken. And today I'm going to give you the Actualize.org Life Purpose Course Honest Review. So I just finished the Life Purpose course like 2 days ago. And so basically, here's what you get. It's $249, and you get over 25 hours of video. And all of this video is exclusive to the course. You don't get it on YouTube. You don't get it on Actualize.org. This is the only way to do it. And it's kind of broken down into 3 sections. So the first section is really all about laying the foundation for life purpose, kind of talking about the importance of life purpose and introducing all these new ideas and concepts that you can use to help create this foundation for your life. And this was a fantastic section. My big takeaway from this is understanding the importance of life purpose, because now I understand that your career is, people spend 50% of their lives working, so your career is going to be taking up a ton of your time. It's going to be half your life, and if you want to make that's something that's actually beneficial to your life, something that serves you financially, something that allows you to have the impact in the world that you want to make, something that allows you to wake up every day excited, living in integrity with your values, and expressing who you are on the deepest level, then this is, I would say, probably the most important way to actually do that is creating a life purpose, because a life purpose isn't just going to fall into your lap. One of the big takeaways that's kind of a theme throughout this course is the idea of the hero's journey. So this is all about sort of seeing yourself as the hero in your own movie of life. And you're kind of going on this journey of self-discovery and overcoming your fears in order to create something that is greater than yourself, to expand yourself. And that's really what this journey is. So this first section was amazing, so helpful. If you want kind of a rundown of the topics that are covered, you can go check out the course for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description, and that'll give you some more details on that. But the next section is all about self-discovery. So it's taking a lot of these ideas that we're talking about creating a passionate life and living your values and living your hero's journey, and you sort of turn inward in this section and discover all of these things within yourself. So it's not just a concept anymore, but you actually understand how these things show up in your life. So for example, the values assessment was, I would say, the most valuable part of this course for me. This was all about discovering your top 10 values, and not just in a willy-nilly way of here's a list of values, pick your top 10, but maybe that's one exercise you can start with, but there's 10 different passes, these different stages where you refine your values more and more. You get clear on exactly what each one of those values means. You understand why it's important to you. And this was so helpful for self-discovery. If you're someone who's young, I'm 22 years old. This was amazing for helping to discover myself. And really what I found was that these values and the strengths and the impacts that I want to have in the world, these were all kind of floating around in my subconscious mind, but I wasn't exactly clear on them like I am now after taking this course. And that is so incredibly valuable. And I'll explain a little bit more on that towards the end. But the third part of the course was making it real. So this was all about the implementation. So this is no longer just ideas about yourself, ideas about life purpose, but actually discovering what it means to make this real and implementing these things into your life. So this is about creating the habits that are going to create this life for you. Because you don't just have to, this taught me that you don't just have to discover what you're good at now and that's what you have to do for the rest of your life. Because if you set up your life in a way where you build the habits, you do things every single day that are going to be supporting your life purpose, that are going to be better. So like, for example, my purpose that I discovered is to inspire people and to help people heal and awaken. So one way I can do that is to practice every single day filming. So one of the habits that I've committed to is to film every single day on various platforms. But doing this is going to make me a better communicator. And, it's easy to look back like a few months ago, like, okay, maybe my videos haven't gotten much better. But over the course of 10, 20, 30 years, imagine what this could look like in your life if you applied one single habit. And that's just one habit. If we stack that with things like meditation and contemplation, things where you're really working within your strengths, because one of my biggest strengths is developing like a deep understanding of the world and thinking deeply. So if I'm practicing that every single day, that's going to make me a much better teacher. It's going to give me a much better understanding of the world. And accompanying with that, with things like meditation and exercise, taking care of myself, taking care of my mental health is going to synergize with these things. And really the thing is, we are in control. We get to decide what kind of skills we want to build. And this third section is all about creating an action plan to actually do that and then following through on that. One thing that I think could be really helpful with this course is, because it's kind of the one, this course has everything, honestly. And the one thing that it doesn't have is accountability, because it's not a one-on-one service, of course. So I would say if you're working with a coach, this course would pair beautifully with that. Because if you actually just do the things that Leo talks about in the course, you will be on the road to success, my friend. And I know that can be difficult to follow through. That's been one of my one of my biggest struggles throughout my life, is just following through on my intentions. So if you accompany that with someone who's keeping you accountable, you will be a force to be reckoned with. But overall, my thoughts on the course, it was very clear to tell that, or it was very clear to me that this course was very well thought out, very well researched, and presented in a way that was very understandable and inspiring. This wasn't just about laying information out. This was about really drilling down this information into your brain and saying, like, do this will change your life, and like helping you understand that, because it's so, like, we can't even like fathom the importance of this in our life. This is, this is the foundation for living a meaningful, profound, extraordinary life. And if you're someone who wants that, then life purpose is pretty much a must. So overall, this course was fantastic. If I had to give it a rating, I would say 10 out of 10. I can't think of any ways to make it better. And if you're someone who has been watching Leo for a while, and maybe you haven't been doing the exercises like the meditation and the contemplation, you probably don't resonate with his newer content, and that might concern you. And it's like, okay, maybe he talks about all sorts of like esoteric subjects now, and you might think that I don't believe in this stuff, so I don't want to go buy his course. But I will say this course is extremely practical, not esoteric at all. He doesn't really get into anything regarding like spirituality and stuff like that. For me personally, I think having more of that, if Leo were to go back and add more videos on how they relate to spirituality, but even some of his newer videos do that already on YouTube. But I think that's actually, they synergize with this very well. And when you combine these insights about life purpose with higher spiritual values, you become, over time, you can become a real force to be reckoned with. And so I would say if you're someone who's thinking about pulling the trigger on this course, go for it. It is worth every single penny. For me, my biggest takeaway was that instead of having kind of like these wishy-washy ideas, and maybe not knowing if they were going to work, and sort of being nervous and sort of being fearful about that, which, by the way, he has an amazing section on discovering and overcoming fear and limiting beliefs, which I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but super important. But anyways, for me, I was sort of like in this wishy-washy place where I didn't really know exactly what I wanted, but I sort of had an idea. But now I'm so clear, so grounded. I have a very clear vision for my life. I know exactly where I'm headed. And again, this, can morph and change over time, but I feel like I found my inner compass. I know where I'm headed, and it really takes the pressure off, because I don't have to find success right now, and I don't have to, wonder if this is going to work, or, see how many subscribers I'm getting, or whatever, because I understand that this is about the long game. This isn't about how much money can I make in 1 year. This is about setting myself up for a future, setting myself up for a meaningful life and career that allows me to have the creative freedom that I've always longed for. It allows me to be financially successful, and it allows me to, most importantly, connect with people and make the biggest impact in the world, the most meaningful impact that I could possibly make. I get to wake up every single day and know that I am working towards the most meaningful purpose that I could possibly dream up. That's so authentic to myself. That's so real. It didn't come from anywhere else. It came from looking within myself. And it is so grounding to have that purpose. And I'm so convicted on this purpose. I'm so decided that nothing could really sway me. And that's really the pinnacle of what this course is about. That was my biggest takeaway. And if you're someone who wants that drive, that clear vision in their life, even if you don't know what you want, I think this course can really help you. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And I hope you consider trying out this course for yourself. That's it. Have a beautiful day.